What if I told you that you could land your most prestigious client or build a multi-six-figure business just through cold outreach? Sounds pretty good, right? Hey everyone, well, I want to dive into a hot topic that's crucial for small business owners, and that's why cold outreach still works for small businesses today. And if you want to learn some fundamental tactics for making cold outreach work, then stick around, and I'm even going to give you our proven formula that allowed us to acquire a client with global recognition. First, let's set the stage. Cold outreach has evolved dramatically over the years. With AI and loads of new digital tools, the landscape is noisier than ever. But that doesn't mean it's obsolete. Quite the contrary. It's more relevant now than ever, especially for small businesses looking to make a big impact without a big budget. And today, I'm going to show you why cold outreach is still an absolute game changer for your business. Cold outreach can feel like a numbers game, but it's so much more than that. Yes, reaching out to more people increases your chances, but quality always trumps quantity. It's not just about sending out hundreds of emails, it's about reaching the right people with the right message. Of course, timing is hugely important, but remember that you lose 100% of the shots you don't take. Or emails you don't send in this case. But imagine sending out 100 emails and getting only one response. Now imagine sending 20 highly personalized emails and getting 5 responses. You want the power of quality outreach. Here's a golden rule. Your offer is so crucial, but it's not what you should be leading with. You need to start with curiosity and intrigue. Picture this, you open an email that doesn't scream sales pitch, but instead piques your interest with a question or a unique insight. That's what catches people's attention. For example, instead of saying, buy my product, try, did you know this small change could boost your sales by 20%? That's the kind of hook that makes people want to learn more about your business and more about what you do. Another key point is proof. If you don't have proof of a result you've achieved with someone like your prospect, it's going to be much tougher for you. It hurts to say it, but it does. Social proof is so powerful. We managed to get our most prestigious client, Team GB, through cold outreach. How? Well, we showed them how we'd achieve success for another client in a similar situation, and that built trust. People need to see that you can deliver on your promises before they'll even consider working with you. Now, AI has changed the game somewhat by adding more noise to the mix, but it's not all bad news. AI can actually help you streamline your outreach, making it more effective. Use AI to gather insights, personalize your messages, and automate follow-ups. For example, AI can help you identify the best times to send your emails or suggest personalized content based on your recipient's behavior and activity. But remember, the human touch is irreplaceable. AI is a tool, not a replacement for genuine human interaction. For small businesses, especially those in really niche markets, paid advertising can actually be really expensive. And so cold outreach remains one of the most cost-effective strategies out there. Imagine spending thousands on digital ads with really uncertain returns versus investing your time in carefully crafted outreach that directly targets your ideal clients. You can build a 6-figure business just through cold outreach. It's totally possible, and we've seen it happen. Plus, it's a strategy that can grow with you. Going deeper, gathering data and the quality of that data is hugely important. If you're reaching out to the wrong people, no matter how good your pitch is, it won't work. Spend time curating a high quality list of prospects, and that will ensure that your efforts are focused and more likely to yield better results. For example, use tools like LinkedIn Sales Navigator just to find the prospects that fit your ideal client profile. The better your data, the higher the chance of your success. Now, a question I get asked all the time is, what's the average number of emails it takes to get a response? Well, how long's a piece of string? Like I say, timing is a huge factor, so it's about being there when it is the right time for them or when the problem you solve becomes important enough. What I can say, however, is that one email per prospect is almost certainly never enough. You need a well thought out outreach sequence. So as promised, I'm going to give you our proven sequence formula that has helped us close countless clients over the years. And the sequence we use is made up of 4 components: value, demonstrate, testimony, and ask. First, provide value to catch their interest. For example, share a tip or a piece of industry news that's relevant to them. Then demonstrate how you can help by highlighting your unique solution. Follow up with a testimonial or a case study to build that credibility. And then finally, a clear ask to guide them on what you want them to do next. Ideally, you'll start by focusing on one component per email. But as your sequence goes on longer, you might start combining components or even having all 4 in one. Play around and test what works for you. But for good measure, let's break down the sequence components a little bit further. So value. You want to be sharing a tip or an insight relevant to their business, and that positions you as a helpful expert rather than just another salesperson. Demonstrate. You want to show how your product or service can solve a problem that they have. Use specific examples and be clear about the benefits. Testimony. Use a success story from a similar client. That adds credibility and shows that you've actually achieved real results in the past. And then ask. End with a clear ask, like scheduling a call or a demo. Make it easy for them to take the next step. A structured approach like this increases your chances of success by building that trust and providing clear, actionable steps for the prospect. So we come back to the question, is cold outreach still worth it for small businesses? Absolutely. With the right approach, it can be incredibly effective. Remember to lead with curiosity, provide proof, adapt to new technologies, and build a solid outreach sequence. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more insights, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Keep growing, and I'll see you next time.